Hey everybody, it's time for another real life superhero costume intro for various type of videos. And this time, this is my skinny jeans, sweat, and tracksuit with or without zipper and without sweat jacket, dress jacket, track jacket, and sweatshirt with collar. Which some of those looks haven't been seen or debuted on here yet, but they will be in the future. This is with tank top instead. Yeah, the entrance theme will be the same as the similar sweatsuit with tank top, and that's professional wrestler Dolph Ziggler. Nick Nima's Wanted Man will be the intro. Yeah. Have a Toxic Crusader review coming up, and I thought that cartoon deserves a brand new that review deserves a brand new costume. So that's what I will be doing. That's what I will be doing next. That will be uploaded immediately. That will be recorded immediately after that. That's what this intro will be, the first video review with this costume. So with that being said, let me get started. There will only be one walkout theme. So with that being said, let me get started right now.
Oh my god.
Hey everybody, it's time for my review. Time for my part 2 narration review of the 1998-1999 Mortal Kombat Conquest live action television show set as a prequel to both of the 1995 and sequel Annihilation live-action Mortal Kombat movies, starring as the main characters, the main heroes, Pylo Mantoban as Kung Lao, Daniel Reinhardt as Zero, as the Exile Guard Zero, and Christina Lockhart as the Thief Tasha, followed by Jeffrey Meek taking over the role from James Raymar, and Christopher Lambert as Raiden. The main antagonists of this television show include Tracy Douglas portraying Vorpax, the minion and love interest of and partner of Shang Tsung, portrayed by Bruce Locke, taking over the role from Hiroyuki Tagawa, and Jeffrey Meek, also in a dual role, portraying the overall main antagonist of Mortal Kombat Conquest, Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn. Yeah, this is a prequel set eons before the events of the first 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, following the life of the great Kung Lao, the ancestor of Liu Kang in this universe, and the ancestor of the modern day Kung Lao in the video games. In this universe, he seems to be a fusion of both of those characters, and Liu Kang seems to be a fusion of the modern Kung Lao and himself too. Yeah, this show is cheesy, but it's awesome, and of course it's cheesy. That's what Mortal Kombat is for detractors. Yeah, I was reading on Wikipedia, reading that I think it was called 1UP, where they said 10 times Mortal Kombat went wrong, and they listed this calling it a wire food disaster. Mortal Kombat is supposed to be cheesy, and the wires were needed. While they were overused and flips were overused at time, they were needed to capture the over-the-topness of the video games, which is how the video games got. Yeah, they were realistic in the first one, but starting with the second and third one, they became even more and more over the top. Over the top, and the show is cheesy. Of course, it's cheesy. Mortal Kombat was a combination of comedy, cheesiness, horror, and creepy and eeriness, which became synonymous with Mortal Kombat. So yeah, and I like how this show, even as an adult watching this show, even with its PG-13 rating, this and the movies were much darker than the awesome Defenders of the Realm cartoon and the cheese-tastic Street Fighter, Double Dragon, and Super Mario Brothers movies that came before it. So still one of the best video game based adaptations, and in several areas is better than the live action movies. I prefer to watch the live action movies because they're set in the current and modern times, which is where Mortal Kombat mostly takes place. But this right here, since it's a television series, that means more action, more exotic places, and several characters receive more screen time and a little bit more characterization and development than they did in the 1995 and 1997 film, because those films are focused on the main protagonist, but this gets to focus a little bit more on the antagonist too. You get to see who Shang Tsung was and what his life was like and what bended him to evil, what made him the man he is today. You see ancestors of Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kano, and the Black Dragon, Liu Kang, Sonya, and Johnny Cage. Professional wrestlers Wrath and Ming made their debuts here. Quan Chi, who was supposed to be in Annihilation, but got cut, but his stuff got cut from the film due to budget issues to set up his next appearance, and now canceled Mortal Kombat Devastation. He appears here portrayed by Adrian something, and he's one of the, just like Defenders of the Realm, which gave us Quan Chi. Quan Chi is equally awesome here, back when Quan Chi was awesome. This is my Mortal Kombat. The Midway era and the Threshold New Line Cinema era is my era of Mortal Kombat, back when these characters were taken seriously compared to what they are in NetherRealm era. Game wise is okay, but storyline wise and lore, atrocious. So the show, despite how popular it was, was abruptly canceled when it was time to be renewed for season 2 because of budget issues. That plagued the entire 90s era of Mortal Kombat, the budget issues. It was a problem in the first film, it was a problem in the second film, and it was a problem in Conquest. The 2020s
Mortal Kombat adaptations, which you can see right here. They got it right. As much as I love the idea of Mortal Kombat as a live action project, they are so much better animated. So yeah, storyline, like I said, it follows the same plot, similar to that of Defenders of the Realm. It features Kung Lao, Tasha, and Zero, who by fate are paired together and are joined forces for one common goal, and that is guided by Raiden to defend the realm of Earth from the threats of Outworld, led by Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung, Vortex, and later episode, the Netherrealm with Quan Chi and his Brotherhood of the Shadows, who were introduced in the Brotherhood of Shadows were introduced in Mythology Sub-Zero. Quan Chi, along with the Elemental Gods, made their debuts in the Defenders of the Realm. But this show provided us with the first appearance of the Brotherhood of Shadow females, Serena and them, except they have different names here. Serena, Jataka, and Kia here, they have different names here, but this is their first official appearance outside of the video games. Even though there was only one season, this video and the previous one, you had to watch the previous one. The link will be in the description box below. The part 3 and 4 will be part 3 and 4 plus will be season reviews. I'll review in season form. 13 episodes, and then 9 more to bring it up to its total 22. It would be another 13, but surprisingly there were only 22 episodes. I remember this show being longer. I remember at least being 26 episodes, but it's only 22. Then of course I'll also bring back the post-episode review and reactions, which I debuted with the late 2010s, early to mid 2020s Disney Channel shows. I'm bringing it back for other cartoons, animes, and television shows too. Yeah. With WMAC Masters gone, this was the next big martial arts. Show. So yeah, this was a cross between Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4, the movies, which it follows, 6, Defenders of the Realm, 7, 7 Mythology Sub-Zero, 8 elements of Deadly Alliance and Deception and Armageddon, especially the second two, Deception and Armageddon, with their conquest modes and the constant mixture of ancient and modern Asian influenced martial arts cultures is what you see here. You see that in Deception and Deadly Alliance, and a prototype of Bo Raicho appears here in Master Cho, as is once again Quan Chi and Shang Tsung portraying the Unholy Alliance, the Deadly Alliance, in the 3D era of Mortal Kombat. So this is like decades before the events of the games and the movies. There are lots of stuff from the games and the movies, and I mentioned Kung Lao and I mentioned Liu Kang and them. Since this is before their time, you see ancestors of them. Other characters, especially the ones from Edenia and Outworld and the Netherrealm, you see characters like you actually see themselves, not ancestors based on them. You actually see them use characters like Reptile, Rain, Kitana, Melina. Melina and the Lin Kuei, Shao Kahn, and 7 Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, and the Brotherhood of Shadows. You actually see them. So yeah, not stand-ins or ancestral versions of those characters. And if I had mentioned it already, Wrath and Ming from WCW Monday Nitro, which this show was broadcast on TNT and aired back to back with WCW Monday Nitro. They appear in guest starring roles here. Wrath and Ming, Brian Clark and Ming, WWE's Haku. So yeah. The series ends on a cliffhanger that was going to be resolved and explained in season 2. They even talked about finishing in a comic book form. I'm thinking about a fan fiction of this. I'm still thinking about it because this doesn't really need, but at the same time, while I do wish this continues, it doesn't really need one because you're setting up this is a prequel to the movies. You know how most things would be resolved because Liu Kang triumphed in both movies, so you eventually know what the end game was gonna be in this universe, and like this, because this whole thing was leading up to Shao Kahn and eventually Shinnok, which they never got to do in this universe. This entire universe, the cartoons, the movies, and this live-action television series, in their own way, they were all leading up to Shao Kahn. And then after Shao Kahn was beaten, which Annihilation got to do, the next was Shinnok and Quan Chi, the NetherRealm invasion, taking us to Mortal Kombat 4. So yeah, like I said, this was the narration versions. The larger webcam versions, I'll go more in depth with the storyline, characters, and what happens in each season and episode. So with that being said, to see part 1, the link will be in the description box below, and it'll be uploaded with this one. If you want to hear the rest of the music, turn the video off right now.
Oh my god.
Got what you need.